Hi everyone, welcome back to the Sports Breakdown once again. And we brought in Satvik also from the Statsman. Please do check out his page on Instagram. So අද අපි කතා කරන්න යන්නේ match 19 20 LPL එකේ අපි ඒක review කරනවා. Then we are doing a LPL mid group stage review of the LPL 2021 and how it went. And also yeah, we'll first analyze match 19 and match 20. So it was Galle Gladiators versus Jaffna Kings හොඳ විශිෂ්ට ජයක් ගාල කණ්ඩායමට ඊයේ, and they beat Jaffna Kings twice now, and they meet again in qualifier once tomorrow night at 7:30. We'll do a preview tomorrow afternoon of the eliminator and the qualifier one, so I won't be speaking of those two matches today. I'll be doing one tomorrow afternoon. And then Colombo Stars somehow managed a brilliant spell from Jeffrey Vandersay, and especially Sikuge Prasanna getting that big wicket of Ravi Bopara and Jeffrey Vandersay හොඳටම බෝල් කරා and ඒගොල්ලෝ දින්නා. So yeah, let's start. First of all, we'll start with the Galle Gladiators versus Jaffna Kings. I mean, very silly, especially from Jaffna in the second innings. But first of all, let's talk about Galle. I mean, 129, I mean 129 wasn't enough, Satvik. I mean, in this pitch, but they somehow defended it. Your thoughts on this first innings, and especially this guy Vijayakanth Viyasanth, once again 2 for 21 4 overs, second match only. This guy has impressed
Just
everyone so
superb,
far.
just superb, Vijay Kanthi. Just superb bowling, and he has that. I said it in the comments as well. He has the attitude of a leg spinner, and I have seen two leg spinners from LPL. That is Sachindu and Vijay. And I
Hmm.
think so. Vijay is a prospect in himself.
Do you think he'll get a
What?
chance for Sri Lanka in the future?
I think so. 1 year, after 1 year, another
Yeah, this guy.
tournament, and he's in the Sri Lankan side.
Yeah, that's what he has to perform in domestic calls. So that's what I think. That's
Yes,
why he's not been picked yet for Sri Lanka, but he has to get more opportunities also because he's from Jaffna. It's not easy
true.
to come to Colombo also. So yeah, they need to see this guy because this guy is a serious lethal talent for Jaffna Kings in my opinion, and for the LPL also. But yeah, ගාල කණ්ඩායම ඉතින් හොඳට කරේ නෑ කොහොමත් ඒගොල්ලෝ බානුක රාජපක්ෂ විතරයි ඒගොල්ලෝ 23ක් ගත්තේ. Your thoughts on Bhanuka Rajapaksa's batting? I mean, a quick fire in 23, but the rest of the batsmen not performing once again. Yeah, your thoughts?
Ban
Yeah.
Banukar has got that maturity, which I could not see in him 2 years ago. Not in the T20, just before the T20 World Cup, I saw that maturity. At that maturity from LPL 1 to LPL 2 has come so good, and he's become
Hmm.
a twice or thrice times a better player than he was. And he's showing why he is Banukar Rajapaksa and why people are praising on his potential. I
Hmm.
think the good days are ahead for him.
Yeah. And yeah, so nothing much to talk about the batting scorecard. Anyways, I think Kusal struggled yesterday. Hafiz got out. ඉතින් ඒගොල්ලෝ එච්චර හොඳට කරේ නෑ. මගේ only concern එක ගාය කණ්ඩායමට මං හිතන්නේ ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ middle order. So I was just telling the middle order is a bit of a concern for the Galle Gladiators upcoming. I mean, for the qualifiers one, if they
And they
get
kept
face
changing their
Jaffna
middle
again
order.
tomorrow. That
They have been changing the middle order. That's the biggest concern. You can't do
yeah.
that before a playoff stage. And if you
Mm,
do that, then you are in serious trouble. And when your middle order is not firing, your top order has thrice more the pressure.
yeah. Sorry, I had to
Then
tell this breaking news also. Noor Ahmed of Galle Gladiators has left the LPL because he has to play for the upcoming under 19 Asian Cup, which is going to be held. I don't know where it's going to be held, but he's going to
UAE.
be representing, yeah,
It is
in
held
UAE.
in
He's going
UAE.
to represent Afghanistan in the under 19 World Cup. How brilliant has this guy been? Noor Ahmed has a fantastic LPL so far, and I think Galle are not going to get a replacement for him. So your thoughts on that? Oh, yeah.
He was a better replacement than Shamsi, surely. I
Yeah,
don't
I
think so.
agree.
He would have Shamsi would have bowled in the Sri Lankan pitches as good as Noor Ahmad bowled. Noor Ahmad, I said in one of the previews as well, he is a smart guy and he has a brilliant mind at 20. And if you have a brilliant mind at 20, you can achieve the heights so easily that many
Mm,
others achieve at 30, 32, 33. And that's the
yeah.
advantage of having using your brilliant mind and your repertoire of these deliveries.
Hmm. So very unfortunately මං හිතන්නේ ඒක හොඳ big loss එකක් ගාලා කණ්ඩායමට. ඒකෙන් කොහොමත් නූර් ආමඩ් යනවා ගාල කණ්ඩායම. So I wish him all the best for the obviously for the under 19 Asia Cup. Yeah, හොඳට කරා ගාල කණ්ඩායමට. We are going to miss him for sure for the rest of the
I
LPL
don't like
and
the reason here. He should not have played a World Cup. If you are getting league contracts, how can you play under 19 once again? That's
mm,
not a good thing to show to
true.
the next gen of the youngsters.
Mm, very true. Yeah, but what's to be done though? So that's the breaking news
India
there.
has done that. You can't play two under 19 World Cups.
Mm.
That's a
But
good thing from our
yeah, let's get back to the match obviously now.
yes, yes.
So Jaffna Kings, good bowling once again from Vijayakant Vyasant and
Javika.
Praveen Jayavikrama. Praveen
His
Jayavikrama,
first match in IPL.
I think Hasaranga wasn't playing yesterday. He was rested. I think that only affected the balance of this team also mostly because Hasaranga didn't play, and yeah, and Tisara Pereira not bowling well. The seamers seem to be struggling except for Wahab
Suranga.
Riaz.
More
What?
than anything, I am actually depressed by how Suranga is bowling. Suranga is
Mm.
bowling like this. I don't see him getting a contract next season.
Yeah, but still, I think who Lakmal did well for one match, against the Kandy Warriors. I think he
Yes,
somehow
yes, yes.
defended those runs. I think that match only he showed some potential, but the other matches, I think he didn't impress.
True, true.
I mean for the Jaffna Kings or for the LPL. ඉතින් ඒක අමාරු ඉතින් ලක්මාල්ට 2020 matches ගහන්න ඉතින් එයා consistently කරන්න ඕන මං හිතන්නේ එයාගේ performances ඊයේ චුට්ටක් Asataka Mankiani, very poor performance from Lakmal. But yeah, let's move on to Jaffna Kings. And they're running between the wickets. And that Ashain Bandara, okay, that wicket, if Lakmal sacrificed his wicket for Ashain Bandara, it would definitely Ashain Bandara would have finished the match because he was in good momentum, scored those two sixers. The running between the wickets was a blunder yesterday for Jaffna. Your thoughts on that? Yeah, and something to
If you
work on.
get starts on a pitch which is not ideal for batting, you convert the starts into 30s, 40s, if not 50s, because it's a slow pitch, and
Hmm.
you don't expect to get those big scores because the target was also low and the pitch was also becoming a slow and slow.
Hmm.
So I think Sir Amanullah Gurbaz, Shoaib Malik, Ashin Bandar, these three had good opportunities to convert these 19, 20, 23 into 30, 35, 40
Yeah,
to
true.
win. And that's the common sense. Out of these three, all three are in Asian batsmen. These Asian batsmen know how to bat on these conditions where it's spinning, turning conditions. The poor execution by these Jaffna batters, surely.
Yeah. And how good was Noor Rahman? We are saying that he's leaving from the LPL, but getting both Tisra Pereira and Shoaib Malik out, two of the most important, the middle order, two of the most consistent batsmen, I would say, for that Jaffna Kings team, Tisra Pereira and Shoaib Malik, especially getting those two big wickets out. Your thoughts on that on Noor Ahmad? And good catch, by the way, I think, to get Shoaib Malik out. I think Hafiz caught a brilliant catch yesterday. අල්ලගත්ත කැච් එක ශොයිබ් මලික්ගෙන්. So your thoughts yesterday, yeah, on Noor
Noor
Ahmad's performance once again.
Noor Ahmad, I said it earlier, he's an excellent bowler and he will be getting more contracts. So if LPL has got him so early, that's a good thing for Galle Gladiators and also for LPL that they are getting a young star in the ranks for at least a
Yeah,
month. So it's
yeah, yeah, true. Yeah. The link is sent. Anyone can join. I've sent it in the comment section. Yeah. So yeah, I think ඒක තමයි Satvik also joined, so I think others also can join from the link I sent. Yeah. So Shoaib Malik scored 1416. Yeah, Ashen Bandar should have brought the game home, but very selfish, I would say, from Lakmal, if I'm not mistaken. There, very very selfish from Suranga Lakmal. Otherwise, I think definitely Jaffna would have won that game
true.
and some momentum would have come. Yeah. So unfortunate over there. I was really, really furious when that dismissal happened, and Ashen Bandar was sent back, and so much mix up, just like the Warner and Harris mix
Harris,
up today. They run
Hmm.
out like that. So same thing like that. I think the Jaffna Kings were doing that yesterday. Yeah.
why
Aryan, your thoughts on the match? Yeah, yesterday. I mean, especially on Jaffna Kings batting, because this was a shocker and their second loss to the same team, and they have to
Hmm.
face the same team tomorrow in the qualifiers one. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
your thoughts?
again, when you're qualified, basically, you know you are in. Maybe that leads to some kind of experiment. Maybe they wanted to try something different, get some new strategy before the big game. That is tomorrow, and it is, as you said, against the same opposition, right? So
Yeah.
maybe the tactic could be that we can try something new against them because we know we are going to face them, and maybe that backfired. That was my reading of the game, because if you
Mm,
see Tom Colacadmo 3, Avishka Fernando, I always back Tom to open, right? I can send Avishka at 3. That won't make any difference to my batting lineup. He's got like 270 runs, right? 250 runs in the tournament.
yeah.
And he is
True.
best suited to open. So why would you push him at 3? That's my thing. And well,
Yeah. The problem. Yeah.
it's one of the days that came very late for Jaffna. They are very lucky because had it happened earlier, that would have been trouble for them. So
Mm,
yeah,
very true.
just one of those days. Yeah.
Yeah. Very true.
and one good
Yes.
thing is
Mm,
they are playing all tomorrow at Hambantotta, and I think
Hmm.
so. Vani will come, and Vani, I think so, will get more help. Vani and Vijay will get more help than what they
mm.
get at Colombo, and I think so
Yeah. True.
that is a
Yeah.
major boost. And Call not
Because
having the premium spinner, so that is more good things for Jaffna than Gaul.
yeah, because I think especially in Hambantota, we know especially it's near the sea, obviously the sea level, and obviously it has a spin more than Colombo. I think we saw last year how it happened. It assisted spin more than the pace bowlers, so definitely this will benefit Vanindu Hasaranga especially. But I think Vanindu so far in the LPL, I think after the Abu Dhabi T10, I think hasn't performed up to expectation. I think it's Teachen has done a better job, I think, compared to Vanida. I think the competition is there between the spin trio. I think Vijayakanth also now coming into the helm. So yeah, tomorrow is going to be tricky, and especially Chaturanga De Silva, that combination, that's
Vani
going to be the
spinners,
biggest problem tomorrow for Jaffna, because Vanidu, Chaturanga, Mahesh Teakshan and Vijayakanth, they'll have to select who they are going for the playing 11. So it's kind of a headache.
Hmm.
And the opening, meanwhile, Upul Taranga might open sometimes with Tom Kohler Cadmo. That's the combination that sort of worked in the few
sometimes
matches before.
Avishka.
Yeah, Avishka opens. So yeah, so Avishka might have to come at number 3. So yeah, yes, Harindu, that's what I'm saying. Definitely, Vanindu must be tired. Yeah, definitely after 2020 World Cup, then the Abu Dhabi T10, then now this LPL. So you can't expect always consistent performances from the number one
Hmm.
2020 bowler. That's expected. Somebody else has to obviously take that.
I
And
think
Mahesh Dixon
so.
has done tremendous so far in the LPL. Your thoughts, Aryan, on this? Yeah,
On
especially
like you think talking about Tikshana
yeah, Teacher and Hasananga. Yes.
in particular. Oh, so these are the obvious choices, Pawan. If you see in a big game, I can rest out one of these in the league stage, but I will always have to back the best players in my team. And these two are the combination that is going to win matches for Sri Lanka in the future. I can tell you that right now. And this is the combination that they should go in with tomorrow. Looking at the setup of Gaul, you have, I think Hafiz is the only one who's a brilliant player of spin. Rest can struggle, and as you said, Hambat Dota, sea level, all those factors come in where the ball is going to spin much.
Yeah.
And I think more than Hasaranga, Tikshana will be the dangerous one because he's been
Mm,
in form.
true.
And if
True.
it's Hasaranga's day, then bye bye. You're going to see Gaul in the second qualifier, and Jaffna is going to the final. So yeah,
Yeah.
even Hasaranga's bad days, 4 overs, 24 overs, 25 maximum. That's his
Yeah.
bad day, right? So yeah.
He's been doing like that. Yeah. Mr. Bradley saying Tom Kolakanda. Yeah. His like, nickname.
Tom
Yeah. I mean,
Kalachanda.
because of the Kolakadno. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
People
yeah.
can't pronounce it.
That
They
press
give these
conference
they
was
give
epic.
these
Sorry, the
nick,
post-match presentation was epic.
yeah, and that's what happens when you are fans. You give nicknames, and when
Yeah.
Maxwell was here, we gave him Glenn Deep Singh Maxwell. That's what we called him. Yeah,
Mm,
so this happens. Yeah.
yeah. Samit Patel meanwhile terrific bowling once again. He's the highest wicket taker of the LPL. ඉතින් එයා හොඳට බෝල් කළා. මං හිතන්නේ Samit Patel, he's had a terrific LPL so far. Satvik, your thoughts on Samit Patel, because his economy has always been fabulous and getting the wickets also in every match. Most of the matches I think he's being very consistent. Even with the bat, he has helped the Galle Gladiators. So compared to last year, I think for Dambulla Vikings, I think he played. He didn't make much of a big impact, but this year he has seemed to make a big impact. Same with Hafiz, with Jaffna, he did make
I have
quite a
a
couple of
I have a stat for the viewers, just who are viewing. 22 wickets between the four spinners. Pulina Tharenga, Mohammad Hafiz, Samit Patel, and Noor Ahmed. 22
yeah,
wickets and at an economy of around 6. So what
yeah,
they've done is spin it to win it. So that's what the mantra of the Gladiators has been. And they've
yeah,
used the conditions to great effect. So that's just a stat. Just imagine 22 wickets between just the four spinners. So this is
yeah.
a
And
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
think
that's
Nuwan Tushar, the fast bowlers, has got 6 wickets. Ichur Udan hasn't made much of impact. He was the local player for the Galle Gladiators, and he didn't make much of a impact for the Galle Gladiators. So yeah,
mm,
these four spinners have been outstanding. So Satvik, your thoughts on Samit
Yes,
Patel? Your insights on him? Yeah, so
yes,
far in this year,
yes,
because
yes.
last year
Samit,
he didn't perform properly for the Dambulla Vikings, and this year surprisingly he has done it for Galle. So what has been the change for Samit Patel compared to last year?
I think so. What God Gladiators would have said, right? Samit, you are there in our 11 for all the matches, so you will play all the matches. Will not drop you. I think
Hmm.
so. They would have dropped for 1 or 2 matches. But Dambulla Vikings were not playing him regularly. They were opening him one day. They were
mm,
batting him at number 7. He was not getting regular overs. Here he's getting 4 overs every
mm,
match,
Hmm.
mostly in the power play. And when a
mm,
player knows when he'll bowl, how he'll bowl, why he'll bowl, is he there in the 11? Is he not? If you
mm,
have that confirmation, no, you
Yeah.
give your wholehearted effort in the field, and that
Hmm.
has happened with Samit, and why he is doing good with the Gladiators, not with the Vikings last year.
Hmm.
And
I agree.
he's
Yeah.
shown his caliber
Hmm.
as a bowler, as a left arm spinner. And I have said this quite a couple of times that he is the best T20 league left arm spinner,
mm.
Hmm.
because he's not the fittest of the lot, but he
True.
is worth two players in this World Gladiator side and in any T20 side.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So we did analyze on that. Yeah. So any more Aryan on this match? So let's move on to the next match. I think
Let's move
because
on to the
yeah.
next yeah, next match.
And yeah, wait, I have to show this because this he was the star yesterday. Obviously, Jeffrey
Yeah,
Vandersay,
Jeffrey
a
Vandersay.
forgotten
Oh,
name
God.
obviously. එයා තමයි he was the forgotten name. එයා තමයි ඔක්කොම අමතක වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. After 2019 was really criticized from the 2020 World Cup. Brilliant victory
Mm.
from Colombo Stars. I didn't
I
expect this
think
to happen.
the
I thought
credit
Kandy will give a fight. Yeah, yeah,
the
Aryan,
credit
yeah,
needs to be just a quick point. Credit needs to be given to Angelo Matthews because he knew where to use him. He knew where to use him. That is, I saw the highlights just
yeah,
for analyzing the match. He was used at the perfect time. He was
yeah,
used. He was kept at Kennard Lewis. He took him for 3 sixes, but Angelo Matthews didn't remove him. That is the sign of a good captain. And
yeah.
he eventually he got the wicket of Kennard Lewis, who has been the best batsman for the Kandy Warriors, hands
I
down.
will say
So,
Kenal Lewis was the best. I would say Ravi Bopara has been more of impact.
yeah, I'm
CQA
saying,
Prasanna getting CQK
yeah.
Prasanna getting Ravi Bopara out. I think that was the game changer for me.
Outstanding.
Even if Jeffrey Vandersay was the man of the match, that wicket, if Ravi Bopara wasn't
Hmm.
dismissed, I think this could have been much closer.
Yeah,
Satvik,
yeah.
your thoughts? Yeah, on
Ravi
CQK
Bopara,
Prasanna.
in my opinion, has exceeded all the expectations I had him from the LPL.
Yeah,
He scored. I said it yesterday as well that he scored 2 run-a-ball knocks. I thought, okay, run-a-ball knocks everyone can hit, but the way he showed his aggressiveness yesterday with the bat,
Hmm.
just outstanding. And if he would have been there till the end, Kandy
yeah.
Warriors would have been cruising through this game and would have taken at least that eliminator spot or the third place. It
Yeah,
was
true.
so good.
Yeah. I just want to show this from Jeffrey Vandersay because even though the 6 wickets he got, I think the second best ever in Sri Lanka, I think, and the best
Hmm.
LPL figures also. So he was just terrific, this guy, getting, as Aryan said, brought in Vandersay at the right time and getting Kenna Lewis out and just getting 6 wickets and just troubling the Kandy Warriors. So incredible,
Hmm.
incredible spell from Vandersay, the forgotten man, and good to see him back performing like this. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, Aryan, your thoughts? I mean, Jeffrey Vandersay, 2019 World Cup with the
He's
sunglasses.
yeah,
From
he's not any like special bowler. He just normal leg spinner, right? No,
yeah,
no like crazy action, crazy anything. He just bowls
true.
good line and length. And any spinner, his strength would be to turn the ball, which obviously he does. Number two is control. He was very controlled in his lines. He knew which variation to use. He bowled googlies to Asalanka, and then he set him up with three googlies and then bought one back in, which eventually got the wicket of Charit Asalanka. So if you see, he's very clever, and at his stage of the career, he knows when to use what. I think after the 2019 scene, he went back, he learned his traits, he knew that you don't need speed, anything. You need line and length in T20 because the best opportunity to get wickets is when the batsman is after you, and that is the name of the game, the T20 cricket. So he was exceptional, and tomorrow will be his real test. Crunch game, big game. If you
Yeah.
lose, you are out. So I want to see how he does tomorrow. Does he have the nerves to win the big games? That's where Sri Lankan selectors will notice you actually. If you perform and if you take your team to the final, I think he has a good chance of maybe coming to Sri Lanka and performing in the national side as well. So who
Mm,
knows? Yeah.
yeah. And Satvik talked Kusal Pereira coming back to form once again. I thought this guy won't come back to form. His wicket keeping was awful once again. He's stumping, the wicket keeping stumping, missing, dropping a catch, wicket keeping stumping. But this guy somehow with the bat he'll try to come back to
I
form. This Kusal
yeah.
Pereira.
You had to ask me the hardest question, right, Pawan?
Can't
KJP.
help it. This guy has performed once again. That's the
KJP,
biggest
KJP.
problem here.
If it's his day, he can smash bowlers for fun. And if
Yeah,
he doesn't have his day, which is most of the times, he
yeah,
fails like anything.
yeah.
Today it was his day. He did it pretty good. But
Hmm.
the match changing knock or the match turning knock was Dhananjay Silo and Dinesh Chandimal.
Chandimal. Yeah, I
Hmm.
agree.
But for
What a
me, again,
partnership.
I've just talked this on my show. Why is that guy batting? Look at the scorecard. Why is
No,
that guy batting six? He's the highest run scorer of the tournament. I don't get this. I don't get this theory. I don't
No,
know.
I think Sri Lanka cricket is trying to make Chandimal as a finisher now. That's the thing. As
finisher.
Yeah,
number five,
okay.
number six,
I'm
because
okay with that. I'm okay
yeah,
with that. You're trying to
People
make
are
him, but
complaining, right?
make him in Sri Lanka. Na? Why are you wasting this 44 or the cameos he's playing? Can't they be 90? Can't they be 100 if he goes up the order? And
that's true. Yeah, that's
because
true. Either there's too many openers. That's too many openers. I don't know
That's
why
the
Tom
biggest
Benton is
thing
playing at number four. First
why
of all,
can't you? Why
Nisaka
can't
is
you?
rested out.
Yeah,
Pathum
why can't
Nisaka,
you?
the national side opener, is rested out for Colombo Stars. There's so many questions. I think is
Uh-huh.
Sandakan in this side. I think if I'm
and he hasn't
Akila
played a
is
match.
not there.
He hasn't
Sandakan
played
is
a match.
not there for Colombo Stars. So much questions right now from this Colombo Stars team. That's why I didn't warm this team actually to even qualify because they have
Same,
messed
same
up
here.
their team
Same
inside
here.
out with their batting lineup. Yeah,
Yes, we can
Sandakan
say
was
that.
very good, better utilized in Galle Gladiators. He played all the matches mostly, and this he has not played a match. That's
Who?
so sad for Sandakan's uh,
mm,
caliber and quality in Sri Lanka.
true,
But
true. Yeah, very
yes,
true.
that's true. Yeah, actually.
But with how Sikuke Prasanna has been bowling, this the biggest problem right now. That's why I think like Akila Dhananjay or even a Lakshan
No,
Sandakan
but
won't get a
Pawan, you
chance.
have to see. You have to Sikuki can give you a quick 20-30. That's the advantage he has. So I think,
Yeah,
and he's taken a few catches as well. He's contributed in all three aspects. If two only, two out of three. So he can give you the. My problem is why are you playing Ashan Priyanjan and why are you batting Tom Banton at four? Like you said, too
Yeah,
many
true,
openers. And who,
true.
which of the openers can bat in the middle order? I don't see.
It's a big
Who
problem.
can?
It's a big,
That's the
and
thing.
that's with the coach. I think inexperienced coach. I would say Ruan Kalpage. That's why I said right at the start to bring in
Maybe
a fresh coach.
if you want to set a middle order, skipper should go up himself. Get Matthews at 4 or 5 because then he gets the additional time as well to get set
Yeah,
and then
true.
play. So that's the thing.
And
You need
DDS,
to figure out.
DDS batting ahead of Chandimal in certain games. That also I don't get it. I really don't get how
No,
is DDS
India is
batting
so
ahead of
power. But
Chandimal.
Ashwin Indian, does he deserve that opener spot at all?
No, no,
No, no, no,
I
no,
don't.
no,
No.
no,
He's a
He
no.
has
number
to be.
five, number six batter opening. Just
I
go.
don't know what Colombo Stars are doing. We'll have to ask the selectors on that because
No,
I
it's
no,
a
he
think
has to
huge
ask
question
one
right
first.
now
if
with
by
how
any
the
chance,
settings.
if they're coming up against Dambula tomorrow, right? And it's a day game. You have got Imran Tahir, you've got Ramesh Mendes, you've got plenty of spinners in that. In case they collapse, I see Dambula Giants eating them up and going through. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Dambul have the edge over
Hmm.
Colombo tomorrow with how they're setting up this, and it's a day game. Obviously, Dambul is a more settled side than Colombo, so Mankitani Engolo Dinami Kumari Dambul have. Yeah, so going through this innings, so Chandimal and EDS once again important knocks. I just tried to show their partnership. I think it was very vital for them to get that 180 at least. Very crucial. Otherwise, Kandy would have come back to that. Would have come back. But yeah, 79 partnership between KJP and DDS, and then a 53 between Matthews and Chandimal. Very crucial.
Pawan, who is Tom? Can't you take him? He's
No, I've
uh,
taken him so many times, but this guy seems to not talk about cricket. We've taken him so many times, but he
oh,
doesn't speak. That's the thing. Yeah,
okay.
we've taken him
Okay.
so many times live,
Too many
and even
times.
Satvik knows. Even Satvik knows. Yeah, about how Tom has been doing. Yeah, let's just continue though. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but Matthews and Chandimal getting a 50 run partnership, KJP and DDS, that was also crucial. Yeah. Let's just go with the bowling. Nimesh Vimukti, this guy, I have to tell, now we're
Super.
talking about a mid review also coming out, sorry, mid group stage review. But this Nimesh Vimukti is
10 wickets
one
in the
what I
season.
thought.
Nicely done. He's a good left arm prospect. And I
Yeah,
think if in case something happens to Jaya Vikrama in the limited formats, he's a good replacement. Why not? Give him a
True.
chance, you know? Yeah.
yeah, true.
True. I
Venuto is
think so,
saying
but,
is yesterday's match, the match Colombo Stars needed to regain their momentum.
but
But
Yes, obviously.
so no. I think so no.
no, I don't think that win can be called momentum
That is
Yeah,
regainer
not
because
momentum shift to the final. I don't think that that is there, but to boost their confidence against
but
Dambulla,
this
maybe
T20
yes.
cricket. That's the
But
but
this
thing.
was against weak
if you
opposition
see
also.
Kandy is a team that was down on confidence. They were not fully
True.
there. So beating Kandy doesn't give you that much confidence. Beating someone like a Gaul, beating a Jaffna
You,
would have
yeah,
lifted them to you know
When Jaffna just
cloud
smashed
nine.
Colombo, I don't think Colombo will have good memories if they do face them in qualifiers too. So I don't think, yeah, they'll get that much confidence. Yeah, but maybe, yeah, I think now I think did they beat I can't remember. I think Colombo did beat Gaul, I think once or twice. I can't remember.
I
But
think
yeah,
we beat once.
yeah, they beat once. Yeah,
We
yeah,
saw
they did. Yeah,
field
they did.
salt. And
Yeah,
not field sorry. Laurie Evans. Laurie Evans. Sorry. You were there.
that's last year. That's last year. I'm talking about this season.
And what can we talk about the scorecard? It's Vandersay scorecard.
Yeah.
All over the score.
Nothing. But just talk about the betting. Only Ravi Bopara, the only
Yeah,
one that could have brought the game much closer. Very good delivery by Sikuge.
I always
Absolutely brilliant
I
by
always
Sikuge.
feel Ravi England did injustice with someone like a Ravi Bopara. He could have
Mm,
played so much more, so much more. He could have served England, and
yeah,
it's a pity that we see him in this T20. And he's still that good. If you give him a chance, even in the IPL, he'll still deliver for you.
yeah,
So
true.
yeah,
Played
that's
well for Sunrisers Hyderabad in some matches. He was
Kings
batting at
11 Punjab. No, no, Kings
yeah,
11
no, Kings
Punjab.
11. He was
Yeah,
opening.
yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Moeen Ali story, in short.
Yeah.
It's the
Mhm.
Moeen
Haridu,
Ali story where there
Ham,
is no proper utilization.
Hamanto has also some high scoring games. Yes,
So,
especially the first match. So we got
first
Iguro
match,
Desya
wow,
gave, I think, first match
what a
itself
match to
was
start
a very,
LPL.
yeah, what a
Mm.
match to start LPL. Yeah, I think it was Supo. I can't
Just
remember. I can't.
2-14 chase 2-16.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It was a very close match. Yeah, the Colombo Kings versus Kandy Tuskers that time. Yeah, LPL one. Yeah,
I think
but
so in
this
this
guy.
Kandy Warriors team, the
Hmm,
biggest concern, if you can show the batting lineup, is
yeah, yeah, sure,
uh,
sure.
huh, the biggest problem is shuffling of Charita Salanka's position and bringing Minod Banuka and their middle order, Asela
Hmm.
Gunratne, Angela Parire, Kamindu Mindis. These
They're
three
all
haven't.
shuffling. This is the thing. All the teams are doing this. That's what even Candy. One time Kamindu will bat at number three. The other time
No, I
Charita
was.
Sangha will open. Minod Banuka
Yeah,
will bat in the middle
that's the
order.
thing. That's the thing. First of all, this team doesn't have an experienced captain. The captain is averaging 13, around 80 runs just this season. So
It
that
doesn't
obviously
deserve
But
the
has an
Angelo
impact.
Pereira had
captain.
a good T10. He had a very good T10 for Chennai Braves. I watched the
Hmm.
entire
Open,
T10. I
and
watched
they're not
Angelo Pereira
opening.
opening. He was really good. He was actually really good. Only savior for that Chennai Braves, who they were last in the Abu Dhabi T10 table. I think he was the only promising guy. Satvik, I
He
think.
and Manuka.
Yeah, him and Banuka, yes, opening. Yeah, they were really good. Especially Angelo Pereira once. He could have finished that match for Chennai Braves in the Abu Dhabi T10, but he couldn't.
So
But he was
why is
very
he
promising.
batting lower than
Um,
Asela Gunaratne? That's the question. Why is he batting so low?
And he's the captain. That's the big thing. If you're a
he's the
captain,
captain as well, so I don't get it.
he
Yeah,
puts himself. I
so
now
many
understand
questions to answer
that
with
when he
the
becomes the
competition.
captain, and this is a tendency of a Sri Lankan captain, that they start to demoting themselves in the batting order.
Hmm.
Yeah, very true. Thinking so, yeah, the batting finally clicked. I wouldn't say Colombo Stars batting finally clicked. We'll have to
Not
see that
really.
tomorrow.
Not
The
enough.
real test will be tomorrow. The real
Hmm.
test will be tomorrow to see how they do in the eliminator match. Yeah. So I think we spoke. We don't have to speak much about Jeffrey Vandersay. Brilliant. Obviously, he's the second. I mean, the best
I
LPL
remember he had
figures.
some judicial case as well, right? He was under
Who?
some judicial concerns. Jeffrey Van de Sey, he had to
I think
leave
once.
West
Yeah, I
Indies
think
and
once or twice. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah, but
Oh my God.
talking I can't remember much. I think once he was in under that. Yeah,
anything.
I
I
can't
remember
remember
he
much
was
about Jeffrey Mendes.
he
Forgotten
left
him.
the West Indies and came back to Sri Lanka and didn't play a year or so.
Hmm. Yeah, but yeah, Chamira again yesterday. Another concern, didn't get any wickets. He just only bowled two. It was mainly the spinners, obviously, once again into play. And Hambantota definitely a lot more spinning action. Definitely won't favor the fast bowlers
And
on that
Chandimal
track
won't
unless
like
they change it.
Hammantat at all. Not Chandimal, sorry, Chamir. Chamir.
Hmm. Chamira won't like, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Let's go and speak about the LPL mid review. And definitely, we have picked our young uncapped players who have done well so far.
Mhm.
So, Tanindu Ratnaika, Nimesh
Yeah.
Vimukti, Sachindu Kolombage, Janit Lienage, special mention for his 51, obviously, for the Ambula Giants. That was crucial at number three. And Vijayakan Vyasant, we can't forget him as well for Jaffna Kings. Brilliant
Hmm.
two matches he came. He got around 6 or 7 wickets. Yeah, so your thoughts on these five so far? In the future. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, your thoughts, Satvik first, and then Aryan. Yeah,
Aryan, you can start.
yeah.
Okay,
Let Aryan
so
start. Okay.
Vimukti we talked about good prospect can be a replacement for Devakrama if there such a case arises.
Yeah,
Ratnayake was also impressive. He got crucial breakthroughs in that game versus Colombo,
yeah,
which they won by 1 run, I think.
yeah,
Yeah, so he's also been good. Columbage also he is partnered with Vimukti really well. If you see
yeah,
17 wickets between both of them, so they were the standouts for Candy. And Janit's was also good, as you said. That 51 knock was really impressive. And Vijay
yeah.
Kant, but the thing is,
Vyasant.
Pawani, Sri Lankan team is full of spinners. So
Yeah, that's the
future
thing. The only one
that
concern is the fast bowlers. Yes, that's what
yeah,
I was going to bring about.
yeah. The
The
concern is
only
the fast
problem
bowlers. And if we are
that will
talking
take
about
some time.
future, if we are talking about future, be it the T20 World Cup or be it the One Day World Cup, how far in the future is the question. Obviously, they'll play for Sri Lanka in the future, but what's the timeline? Are they going to play the next World Cup? Not next year, obviously. Are they going to play 2024? Are they going to be in the Champions Trophy? That's what we'll see in the season three. When the next season comes, they'll be more mature, there will be more experience, and LPL 3 will decide which player is going where, And now the new coach is coming in. Mahela is there, so I'm really, really sure Mahela will groom something. He will have his eyes on this LPL. And remember, IPL auction is coming up. You never know with Mahela who is going to pick.
Yeah,
Anyone
sure.
can get an MI contract, so that is also a good thing
Yeah,
for these
we just spoke
youngsters.
about the 6 year wicket haul of sorry, Vandersay yesterday. We just spoke about it recently. Yeah, he predicts obviously Jaffna sorry, Dambudu Giants versus Jaffna Kings, maybe possible,
Interesting,
possible
interesting.
time.
But the high chances, I don't
High chance is
see
Gaul versus Jaffna.
Gaul
Goal was
Obviously,
versus Jaffna.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I think also. Yeah, and definitely I think Gaul have a better chance of winning than last year. I see that happening for sure.
but I
Yeah,
will.
obviously we haven't seen a young fast bowler. That's what our question is. I think one Tushara is the only one, but he just leaks runs at times, and I don't think he'll play for Sri Lanka with how he's
Hey,
performed.
there
Maybe
was
improves a bit.
also one fast bowler for Sri Lanka, Tusara, right? He played for CSK as well. I don't remember his name.
Ilan Tushara.
Uh,
Ilan
yeah,
Tushara.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. I know.
he
Yeah, yeah,
he represented Sri Lanka. So yeah,
Hmm. Yeah. Him
all are
and
spinners. All are spinners.
Dhananjay
And
Lakshan.
look at the
Dhananjay
names.
Lakshan was not bad last year. I think he was
Hmm.
the highest wicket taker. Didn't impress that much this year in the LPL, but he has a chance. He's definitely represented Sri Lanka, so maybe this guy can further continue. I think they have to just stick with Binura. I think Binura, only problem with Binura is his injuries.
Hmm.
That's the biggest concern of Binura, and that's why I
But
think Lahiru is
right now,
favored over Binura because of his injuries.
Lahiru Kumara, Dushmanta Chimira are your spearheads in the lineup, along with Nuwan Pradeep. Look at the economy. I am really staggered. The
Yeah.
amount of runs he's given this LPL, I am really
Mm.
staggered. You know, so he might be up there in the wickets, but the economy is just bad for an experienced Sri Lankan player.
Yeah.
11.31. He's a part timer. No, he's not a part timer, right? 11.3 is a lot.
No, no. Yeah. Not being good this time. Yeah.
And
We
even
talk about the
Naveen,
local.
look at Naveenul Haq. Naveenul Haq's economy is better than him. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what, yeah. 20.25 average, 9.34. It's not acceptable. He needs to do, and definitely it's not assisting the pitch. Obviously, but Chamira has been struggling with the lines, and maybe that could be because he was playing Test cricket straight
Hmm.
away after 2020 World Cup, didn't rest him, then playing LPL. I mean, the overseas seamers have been really good. We'll talk about the overseas. But the local cap players who did well, Dinesh Chandimal, again outstanding LPL once again,
Hmm.
275 runs. Kusal
Hmm.
Mendis, good to see him back. Maybe he'll have a chance
Hmm.
in the Sri Lankan side. I think 1 year ahead after his ban ends. Mahesh Tikshana, Sikuke Prasanna, Ramesh Mendis, Jeffrey Vandersay for that spell. We mentioned him. Chamira, he's amongst the wickets, but we're not impressed with his economy. But still, we did mention Chamira. Vanidu Hasaranga has been good with the economy, but hasn't picked up wickets. Binura Fernando and Avishka Fernando. So those are the nine that we go with. Who have done
Hmm.
impressed us so well. Let's talk about the overseas. Phil Saul, Samit Patel, Tom Kohler, Cadmo, Imran Tahir, Roman Powell, and Naveen Al Haq. These six. How have
Hmm.
the overseas players been? And sorry, Shiraz Ahmad is one also we have to mention. So seven names. Yeah.
Hmm.
How these have?
Overseas, Tom and Phil have really countered spin well. That's what I can say. And Robman Paul, he's a power hitter, right? So
Yeah.
Samit Patel, Imran Tahir. Imran Tahir is a very experienced campaigner. So yeah,
Yeah.
um, these are the players whom you expect to perform. If they don't perform, that will be a surprise.
Mm.
But in Tom Colacadmo and Phil Salt, spinning conditions, they've counted them well. Yeah. So good
Yeah.
performances.
And as we can see, also Dinesh Chandimal scored 275 runs, average 55. Tom Cole Cadmo, his average is 31. Strike rate
But the
35. Phil Salt has amazing strike rate, 151.53. Chandimal also same. Highest strike rates, I think it's I think Ramon Powell. I think his
No, you
name
have
isn't there, but
Kusala
yes, the highest.
Tisara Pereira, 202 something.
Yeah,
Even if
Ramon Powell has 236. I just went through that earlier also. So
uh,
yeah, so pretty decent strike rates. Kenna Lewis in the top five, but he hasn't been decent. Charit Asalanka, I don't think these Candy players much did well, made impact. Avishka did well. Avishka did a brilliant. I mean, against Candy, he played brilliantly. But his average is a bit low, I think, because that he played in the middle order a bit in the opening stages, but
yeah.
he has come back very well. Yeah, Dasun Shanak also okay, average not good, but has been also
Hmm.
amongst the runs. Yeah, Bhanuka
Yeah, yeah.
Rajapaksa has been good, but again the average issue. Yeah, so yeah, so mainly Kusal, Chandimal, Tisara is not
Hmm.
playing anymore. So Avishka has been okay. Yeah, yes, so those
Yeah.
three mainly have been performing well when it comes to the batting, and then the bowling, it's Tikshana,
Hmm.
Hasaranga, and yeah, the list continues. Yeah. So yeah. So I think we spoke about everything. I think yeah. So yeah, tomorrow we'll be doing a preview of the eliminator and the first qualifiers. Yeah, I mean the first qualifier for tomorrow. So we'll do a short preview of that, and we have Satwik here. Yeah. Satwik, yeah, we were just talking about the overseas players. Who impressed you the most, Satwik?
The like
Sorry,
so
yeah, who impressed you the most, Satwik?
I think you've added someone else as well along with Sathwik.
Yes, I think
Oh,
it's
sorry.
Tom.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, yeah, Satwik. Yeah, who impressed
Yes,
you the most? Sorry, I
I
got
think so.
mixed up first. Yeah.
Chandimal at number 6 and Field Salt. These two as batters. And bowl, I
Bowlers.
think bowlers Nimesh, all three Nimesh, Hindu, and Sakindu. These three
Hmm.
done the best. I think so. Fast bowler they will get in 2 3 years because as I said in one of the comments that PSL got a better after 5 seasons of PSL. So 4 seasons of PSL.
We have a comment from beautiful Sri Lanka. What do you think about
Yeah.
Noor Ahmed?
What do you
He's a
think about Noor Ahmad? We just spoke
great.
about him about twice or thrice. He's been outstanding. Noor Ahmad. Another mention of the overseas, and we forgot to
Yeah,
mention him.
actually,
He's good.
Pawan, I have to leave, but thank you for having me, and
Yeah, sure.
do
No
check
problem.
out my channel as well. We did a LPL, but league stage review. So yeah, do check that
Yeah,
out
I'll
and
definitely
keep.
check out. I'll definitely check out of this video. Yeah, sure, and like the video, and
keep
please do check his LPL content as well, and do subscribe to the
uh,
direct hit if anyone's
Thank you,
viewing right now. Yeah.
and
So
keep
yeah,
watching the sports breakdown. Thank you guys. Okay, bye.
thank you. So bye. See you. Yeah, we are also ending it very soon, obviously. But Satvik,
Yes.
talking about yeah, you were talking about the overseas, and I think we spoke about Noor Ahmad a lot, and
Lot.
this guy has impressed us so much. Noor Ahmad, sorry for forgetting his name,
At
but
20, if you have that brain, if you have that mind to bowl left arm Chinaman to biggest of the batsmen in league cricket, you are seriously good prospect then. He should be
hmm,
playing for Afghanistan, but the competition between left arm spinners is so good. Not left arm spinners, leg spinners is so good. They
hmm,
can't even have three leg spinners there because they
yeah.
have enough.
Hmm. Yeah, true. And talking about the local players, Kusan Mendy is making a big impact. Him more than Danushka Gunitadekar. I didn't expect this. So your
True.
thoughts, yeah.
I also didn't expect this, but the Anushka and Vani, why they are struggling? Because the pressure they have after doing so good in LPL 1 has come onto their shoulders in LPL 2,
Hmm.
stating that they have to do better than what they did in LPL 1, and they are taking that pressure and going for rush shots. I saw Danushka Gudatilaka going for rush shots. Kusan Mendis was like that till before the ban. After the ban,
Yeah.
I'm seeing he's a lot mature as a player. If he's like this, if he's continuing like this, I can see an opener once again in the form of Kusan Mendis. He was a brilliant T20 international opener in my viewpoint. The Nidahasa Trophy showed that
Hmm. True.
glimpses, and
Yeah.
also the Bangladesh series that was pretty good.
Hardik is saying Satvik is doing a good job. Yeah, he's anyways doing a good job as always. And Hardik is saying, "Oh God, this LPL is so intense." Yeah, more intense than the Big Bash. I mean, I don't know if so many people are following the Big Bash. First of all, with these ashes going on, that's what I was just talking with Jack also about this
Ah,
with the Big Bash
I
League
was
and the
surprised. Aussies are not watching, then who is watching?
ashes.
It's
True.
just that
Yes.
brand name. Brand name. I
I
think
mean, the first
LPL
few
will
seasons
have a
of Big
higher.
Bash was good. The
Huh?
first few seasons everyone was interested. I mean, the
True,
Big
true.
Bash, the first few seasons were very good. But since like the last 2 3 years, I think this Australian team are going for
Till
tours,
2018,
and
it
then
was good.
there's
There's
Ashes.
Shane Watson and all those players there. But after 2019, it's like, okay, you
Hmm.
want to watch, you can. Otherwise, go. WBBL is doing an excellent job. I'll talk about that in some other day because help
Yeah.
you'll be able to cover that.
Shashank Sharma said Statsman sir. I think he wanted
Sure.
us to speak in Hindi a bit. So maybe if you can speak to him in Hindi
Yes, yes,
about
sure,
LPL
sure,
so far, yeah, that would
sure.
be valuable because he asked about someone to speak in Hindi yesterday, and I obviously can't. So yeah,
True.
uh, yeah, so I think we spoke everything. I mean, there are other players, obviously Ramesh Mendis, he had a brilliant LPL so far. Didn't expect this. um
Ramesh Mendis with the bat and ball. I didn't expect. If you had at least 1% expectation, I had 0.0001% expectation. I didn't have a single percentage of expectation from this guy, and he's exceeded the most available expectations I had. Because I can't say what he did this LPL. He was so good with the bat. Ball, okay, he was good in some matches, not so good in some matches, but with the bat, he's shown why he is a good batting all rounder, and why you all said that he's a good batting all rounder in domestic cricket.
yeah, yeah, we have to talk about the disappointments also. Who was your biggest disappointment LPL? For me, I think it's Charmika. Patum Nisanka, I can't say much, but he when he gets the opportunities, he doesn't score runs. So he's another worry. Lahiru Kumara hasn't still learned. I hope he learns from Lasit Malinga. For me, these three have been the biggest disappointments as terms of the local players for me.
I think
Any
so.
more to add
Patum
on
should be
from this? Any more to add on?
Vani and Danush.
Yeah,
Vani and
Danushka
Danush.
also. Danushka has also been, yeah, disappointing. Yeah,
I
Banidu,
expected
I
a
say
lot more than Anushka.
even though he hasn't picked up wickets, he has at least controlled the economy. So I can't mention
Yes.
Banidu Hasaranga
True,
on
true,
this list because his economy has still been good, and you can't expect him to always do well after a T10 also being the highest wicket
true.
taker. He can't be the again the highest wicket taker of LPL, and he's amongst the top 10, right, for the LPL highest wicket taker list. So I wouldn't judge that much on Vanidu.
Vaninga,
His
as I
performance.
said
You never
earlier,
know.
Sri Lanka cricket have to do that 4 T20 league rule. If they don't
Hmm.
do that, this is the performance he's gonna do then. Then you
Because
have
he's
to,
anyway in the top 10. He's anyway in the
yes,
top 10 and just about
anyway
seven
in the top
wickets, 5 wickets to Teachin, and also he has been average, not been so
average
good or so
as
bad,
per
but
his standards. But
yeah, for
as a
his
normal
standards, he
bowler
hasn't been
standards,
good.
he's been good.
Yeah, true, true. Yeah. Teachin has have definitely been better than Hasaranga. That has to be said in this LPL. Yeah, Hundred
True.
Kallatino. Yeah, yeah. We obviously Samit Patel. There's no doubt him and Imran Tahir. Yeah, but yeah, Hasaranga has been okay. I won't say he has had
Okay.
a really
True.
terrible LPL for sure. Yeah, yeah.
I think so. Pathum should not be in the disappointment list because he was in and out, in and out. Why
Hmm,
they did that? Why? What are they thinking? First thing,
hmm,
what are they thinking? What is the playing 11? We have come to the playoffs. They are in the playoffs somehow. Why they are? God knows. And they don't have a settled playing 11.
hmm.
I think
And
so. With
thoughts on
six
Lahiru
teams,
Kumar now? Lahiru Kumar, do you think he'll get a chance for Sri Lanka again? I know he's very talented. That's why I want to mention about Lahiru, but his death overs is a big, big concern right now on Lahiru Kumar.
actually, I don't want him in the Sri Lankan side. If he has a excellent domestic season, I would then to not consider him. I would say, right, you have to have 2 years of proper domestic cricket and good cricket. And if he gets some opportunity in county cricket or league cricket, try that out and then come back to Sri Lanka cricket because Lahiru is being part with Sri Lanka cricket for last 4 years, and I
Hmm,
haven't seen a single improvement. I've actually seen a decline from
true.
being a really good test match bowler to being an average bowler.
True. Yeah, I think Binura Fernando is a much better bowler. මං හිතන්නේ හොඳ පන්දුවෙක් more than ලහිරු කුමාර. හැබැයි ප්‍රශ්නේ තියෙන්නේ යා ආබාධක වෙනවා ගොඩක් ඉක්මනට. I mean Binura Fernando gets injured quite a lot. That's the biggest concern for me. And if they
But
preserve him a bit,
Binura,
having the same issue as Tamira in his first few years, and that's the same thing happening to Binura right now. If he can sustain his injury a bit, this guy in the power play, especially Binura Fernando, gets vital wickets. That's what I'm saying. In the
so,
power play, I think he's the best, better than Chamira, I would say, in the power play, Binura Fernando, with how he
so
bowls.
yes, absolutely. Binura Fernando, when I saw him in the 2015 series, was a good bowler against Pakistan. But he became an even better bowler after his comeback in 2018-19 sorts. And I think so. He's a good prospect. Just that injuries hamper his career, and it's Chamira left arm angle.
True. Yeah. So tomorrow we'll do a small preview of the matches. So I think we'll end it here. You have any more thoughts on the group stages? You have anything else to say about the LPL or
I think
yeah?
so. To end this show, LPL is a better tournament than BBL.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah,
it.
I
Thank
think
you.
comes as number 3 or 4. I think LPL right now, not better than PSL and IPL,
And
obviously,
no, no.
but
See, I
improving
rank
in
my top
improving
five.
stages.
That is
Yeah.
IPL, PSL, CPL. I would go Blast and then LPL. LPL, I am keeping it fifth because it's a young league and it needs some more time to come up.
Hmm.
I in 2 3 years it will pass Vitality Blast, no doubts about that. But the
Hmm.
top three are good. IPL, PSL, CPL. If it gets to that competition, then LPL surely from what it faced from SLPL to LPL. Wow, what a story!
Yeah. So tomorrow we'll be doing a eliminator and qualifier one preview, a short preview tomorrow at in the afternoon at around 12 or 12:30. Hopefully, yeah. So yeah. So we'll end things here. Thank you so much
Hmm.
to everyone who viewed this and who commented. Thank you so much to everyone. Yeah. Yeah, and Hardik is saying bye, Satwik, Pawan Satwik, and Shashank Bayoa, and he's commenting over here. Also, I don't know how to read this.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Oh no, no, no! They are having conversation. No, no. Let it.
Okay. 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 So thank you so much to everyone, and yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Yeah. So please stay tuned to the South Sports Breakdown. Please subscribe to the Sports Breakdown. Please click the notification bell on for more updates. Please check the Statsman on Instagram. I'll send the link. I sent it before also. But please check his recent post on Instagram. It's very valuable, especially on Field Salt. He just did a post on Lahore Kalandars for the upcoming PSL 2022. So please do check that out also. Yeah. So until then, see you guys and see you in the next video.